super excited to talk about this next game because it was hands down match of the round. This was an extremely exciting game. This was finals atmosphere, and this might have been one of my favorite games of the season, to be quite honest, between Essendon and Sydney, because the Swans barely outkicked the Dons in this one in just a absolute shootout in any definition of the word. This was a shootout, and this was so much fun to watch. And then it was a little bit of a back and forth one. We saw it was a solid second half that kind of propelled the Swans to victory here because Essendon carried a 12-point lead going to halftime. Nothing bad there. But then you see the Swans, they come out fast. They kick three of the first four second half goals in this one. And Donnie, I might sound like a broken record, but Tom Papley kicks four in this one. Okay, I swear that I should just be used to this. 4-1, 17 disposals. This guy, I I think the only thing stopping me from actually committing to the statement is how good and how legendary Buddy Franklin is. But there's a bit of me, and actually a decent portion of me, that actually thinks that in terms of their long-term finals run and running the flag, Tom Papley might be the most important piece on this team.
Oh, that's a big call there. Actually, I this was just an absolutely insane game.
Yeah.
I remember keeping track with a friend of mine who I interviewed as my Essendon supporter, Rosanna. Um, we were back and forth, and we were just absolutely stunned at this game. The first half was very argy bargy, very arm wrestle, very tough, hard nose. But the second half, it was like both coaches went, you know what, forget it, let's just go for it. And they stopped playing defense, and it was just became a goal fest. Sydney kicks a goal, Essendon kicks a goal, Sydney kicks a goal, Essendon. It's like Oprah, you get a car, you get a car. I mean, that's like, you get a goal, you get a goal, you get it.
It's
It's
so
literally,
apparent if you look at the match timeline too.
and
So apparent.
that's the crazy thing. Like if you look at the score worm, it's all goals in the second half because neither team could miss. I mean, there was one point Papley kicks a goal. Papley kicks a goal. They go to the center. They get the draw. Draper knocks it down. Stringer gets the rebound, kicks a goal. Comes in. Hickey wins the tap. Parker kicks it in. Papley kicks another goal. And it just that was kind of the way the second half was
That's right. Take a look.
absolutely magnificent footy because both teams were playing really
Mm-hmm.
well. But for me, the end of this game is marred a little bit
Mm.
because did you see the monumental screw up that happened on the Essendon bench with 4 minutes to go?
Wasn't great, was it?
Are you kidding? I
Oh,
literally sat there when they showed that, and what compounds it more is that Dylan Shield, Archie Perkins, and Anthony McDonald, Tip, and Woody are all on the bench, and they were out of rotations with 4 minutes left. Are you
that might be the game.
kidding me?
Oh, that's the
I, I, I
mismanagement of that was almost irritating. I wanted the Swans to win.
I'm not going to go that it cost them the game, but it definitely could be a precursor for one of the reasons why they didn't win because they didn't have fresh legs and playmakers on the field in a really crucial time of the game. So I'm almost like the game was absolutely magnificent, but for me, maybe it's my coaching background. It's marred a little bit because of the monumental, absolutely brain fade that the Essendon coaching staff and the bench pulled when with 4 minutes left you've got three superstars, game-changing players on your bench and you can't get them on because you're out of rotations. Man, that was
Heartbreaking.
absolutely so hard to watch. McDonald, Tippenwoody, and Perkins looked absolutely shattered on the bench. They did. I felt you just wanted to give him a cuddle. You just wanted to give him a cuddle because you felt so bad because it's like you literally have to sit here for the next 4 minutes of the game time because you can't come on,
You just
and
got to pray.
everybody on the field is stuck. They can't come off. So it just I don't know. And for me, I'm gonna push back just the tiniest bit. Papley is a great player, but Papley has disappeared in games, and Sydney has still won. I think honestly, if you canvass most Swans fans, who is the most important guy on the team, I think it's going to be Tom Hickey,
Mm,
if I'm being completely honest with you.
mm,
Because if Tom Hickey doesn't come in and do some of the things that he does, not only is he a pretty good ruckman, but he's a roving ruckman as well. When he gets on the ground, he can clear it. He can get the ball into the 50. When he went down, that's when they had their struggle period. That's when they lost a couple of their games, when they lost to GWS and Gold Coast.
mm-hmm.
And when he's gone down, they haven't played as well. So Papley's a good player, but Papley can easily be replaced by a Wicks, by a Warner, by a Isaac
Mm.
Heaney who goes up forward. But Hickey, you can't really replace him. You don't really have somebody that's going to have his impact that he has. So again, Swans fan here. I'll put my rose-colored glasses on. If you ask us, Hickey is the guy that's the most important player on the Swans team right now. He stays healthy, the Swans will keep winning. He gets injured, a lot of Swans fans are going to be very, very nervous.
And I mean, that's really solid there. Can't say at least I mean those three guys that we mentioned. Hickey, Papley, Buddy Franklin, and you throw in Isaac Heaney there. They're all. I mean, the core of the Sydney Swans team is just a boatload of fun to watch. I think the Sydney Swans might be the funnest team in the league to watch right now. And so, like I've been saying over the last rounds, I mean, it might be a little bit wrong given that I'm a GWS supporter. But I mean, I really enjoy watching this Swans team play, and I'm kind of rooting for them. Not only to prove me right, just because, but they're also one of those teams that's really easy to root for, at least in my opinion, and the opinion of actually a lot of the other AFL fan base. So it's a good team. And then they're also right there within striking distance of that top four too. And so we'll see. In once we get to my updated finals look, can they be a top four team? I guess we'll just have to wait a little bit here.